books are so potent that if anyone who reads them is sure to become Krishna conscious. Because at that time, Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON, they built their foundation on distributing books. Because it is the most important thing in this Kali Yuga to distribute the books, to preach. The Yuga Dharma is Harinam, and to preach. So the easiest way to preach is to distribute books. I mean, if you want to know in Tattva, if anyone's speaking this philosophy, you don't get many customers, Bhakti Siddhanta said, because this philosophy is very unpalatable. If you speak the truth, though very, very beneficial, because you want to know the unpalatable truth. But this is the philosophy, so we should speak the truth which is unpalatable. Really, if you want to know about preaching, who really is the preacher? Swami Prabhupada said, if one wants to give knowledge to everyone, but is imperfect, then he's a cheater. You understand this? This is unpalatable truth. Because who is the preacher? The preacher is the Manjari, the Braj Gopis, the Braj Devis. These are the real preachers. Why? Because they're 100% Krishna conscious. If someone is not 100% Krishna conscious, how can he preach to you? How can he give you Hari Katha? We have to first of all know what is Hari Katha. Shraddha Sadhu Sangha. But what is Sadhu Sangha? So who is the Sadhu? Is a Kanishta Hari Kari a Sadhu? 3 tapas, Adi David, Adi Bhauti, Adi Adi. 4 defects, subject to illusion, commit states, imperfect senses, and cheating propensity. This is Kanishta Hari Kari. Then you've got Madhyamari Kari. The symptom of a Madhyamari Kari, because he's advanced, he's got Paramakti Shraddha, that means all his gross anarthas are gone, anger, greed, lust, jealousy is gone. So he's got Paramakti Shraddha. So the symptom of a Madhyamari Kari is always with Uttamari Kari. Swami Prabhupada said, by the insufficient guidance of the Kanishta Adhikari, you cannot get the fruit. So the Madhyamari Kari is advanced, which it always be with a Mahabhagavat. Who's a Mahabhagavat? You go back 200 years, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta, Swami Prabhupada. This is Nityananda, Akanda Guru Tattva. So this is most important thing. We must be always under the guidance of Vaishnavas and situations. So this is who is the preacher? So the Madhyamari can give something, and the Kanishta Adhikari can give something. It is on the Anigatya of a Vaishnava. Bhakti Vinod Thakur said, he disapproves of anyone doing bhajan independently. He says such artificial display is devoid of Anigatya. So the Vaishnavas say as well, we must learn to serve in Anigatya. If we don't serve in Anigatya, such artificial display is incorrect. So we must always be under Anigatya of the Vaishnavas. So going back, who is the real preacher? The Manjaris, the Gopis, the Braj Devis. So, if we want to go and preach, and we're imperfect, Swami Prabhupada said we're a cheater, but why do we want to go? Why do we want to go and preach? This is only sense gratification. If we're not on that level, and mainly this is the sign of a Kanishta Adhikari, he's not on that level, so therefore, it's like prematurely he wants to preach for his sense gratification. Unless you're on the level of Rati, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Natana Viti, Nishta Ruchi, Rati. Unless you're on the level of Rati, everything we're doing is tangled with sense gratification. So that's why we want to go and preach. But we should understand, the Vaishnavas say, first practice yourself, then when you realize, give knowledge to everyone. So unless you realize, how can you help? And Rupa Goswami says to reside in Raj under a Rasik Vaishnava. This is the most important thing. Because so many people are going out there preaching and something, but they're not on that level prematurely. So we have to understand. And then they're acting as guru. Who is a guru? Bhakti Siddhanta says, only pure devotees should make disciples. That's a Manjari. Yeah? Only a pure devotee should make disciples. First of all, he should become a disciple. This is unpalatable too. If he's got disciples and he's a Ganesh Radhika, he's a Magic Madhikari, then he's not on that level. Then what can he give you? What can he give you? In the Srimad Bhagavatam 5:26 it says, unless you can find someone transcendental to the four basic defects, you should not accept advice and become victim of material conditioning. Because that person is still under the material energy. And then he's guru, then he has disciples, but he's not on that level. Because therefore he cannot see your Atma, then he doesn't know your Sru in the spiritual world, he doesn't know your service to Krishna, then he can't see your Natas, then he can't see his illness because he's not clean himself, then he's Chitta. He doesn't understand the philosophy. We mustn't be sentimental in this situation. He doesn't know. But why is he guru? Then he doesn't understand the philosophy. Then he wants disciples. Then I heard the Vaishnava say the other day to someone who wanted to take some disciples in secret. He said, can you take their karma? Can you burn their karma? No. Then you take that karma, then big trouble comes. So this is very serious to understand the philosophy. Who you associate with. If you want your real benefit, you'll be really careful of your association. If someone's got disciples and he's not on that level, he's still a disciple himself, then he's a Chitta. I'm fallible too. I'm not saying no names or nothing like that. This is the whole world, people going around. That's why you see people are not developing and really coming to Krishna consciousness. Because they haven't got that potency. More and more I'm understanding myself to what it's like to be in sadhu sangha. The more you advance, I'm not saying I'm advancing, but the more you're around, you realize the power of Sadguru. The power of Sadguru is unconceivable. There's nothing he can't do. He's got Krishna's power. Right? It's the mercy of Krishna. It comes in the form of Sadguru. There's nothing he cannot do. He said the Sadguru has the power and the capacity to control everything. Everything. I'll say this and I'll repeat this again. He can go to America and manipulate the president of America's mind if he needs to. But he won't mess about with his independence. And it's beyond all reason and logic. You can be in your room, you can know what you're doing, and next minute he can send you some mercy, and then some power comes to you, and you feel good, you can feel down. So many different things. There's nothing he can do. So therefore, we have to see that my relationship is going deeper and deeper with that sadhu. Am I depending on that sadhu more? Am I praying to that sadhu more? Or am I becoming complacent? Oh, I'm here. Oh, we get familiar. You know, familiarity breeds content. We're content with that person. No. Or we're thinking deeper about that sadhu. What you say, beyond all reason and logic. So therefore it says, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra, Sadhu Sangha, Lava, Maxa, Sarva, Siddhi, Hoya. The sadhu is everything. And as you advance, you'll realize the sadhu is everything. He gives you all your spiritual feelings, all your potency, because everything is a feeling. In the material world, everything is a feeling, and in the spiritual world, everything is a feeling. But in the material world, they're contaminated feelings, they're polluted feelings. But in the spiritual world, they're pure feelings. So when you're chanting Nam every day, you should see, you're chanting Nam, only around the corner in time, this taste is coming, this bhav is coming. So this should be your goal. Only when you're chanting Nam, that this feeling will come. You'll feel nice, only around the corner in time. we were saying the other day that most people, all this pleasure in the material world, there is some pleasure, but it's mundane pleasure. If you put it all together, you know, and you try to understand the feeling, what that pure devotee is feeling, you cannot understand. It's inconceivable. He's feeling so much bliss, so taste. And the only taste is in Nam. Because Nam is everything. Nam is in Krishna in the form of sound. Nam is more powerful than Krishna. Nam is more merciful than Krishna. Take time your mouth will come to give this Nam Ras. So when you chant, try to go deeper, but just, you can't really go deeper unless you get the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Your mind becomes more controlled, you become more centered. The obstacles will go away, you won't be thinking about mundane objects. You become tranquil, no anxiety will come to you, Whereas everyone in this world is anxiety, only tension, and then you absorb yourself in this Nam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. You're chanting, you're calling out to Krishna, like a baby's crying for his mother. You're going deep into Nam. There's nothing else. Forget about everything else, because everything in this world is temporary. The whole material plane is temporary. All raisins are temporary. Everything is temporary in this material world. Only thing is Nam. Why are you disturbed? Only chant this Nam. This Nam Ras. So I got to do this, I got to do that. No, you're not doing nothing. You should have this greed for Nam. This Nam is this greed for Krishna. Then when this comes to you, this taste, even fixing your mind, if you can fix your mind on this Nam, fix it on the Nam, and then everything, I got to chant 16 mans or whatever I'm chanting now. No, that's wrong. I'm chanting. I'm really privileged to be able to chant Nam. You chant a set amount of rounds, but then you get more. It's only a set. Your set of rounds, whether you're chanting 16 or 1, that's your minimum. There should be 3 levels, I was told, to do the chanting. Good, great, and excellent. So good could be 1 lakh, great could be 2 lakh, excellent could be 3 lakh. Or 16 mans, or 25 mans, or 32 mans. This is Nam. So we have to always be absorbed in Nam. But the Maya is the problem, it's the illusion, the confusion. What his job is to do is to take you away from Nam. To look in the mirror, to do this, I get that. Are you doing it for your body, or are you doing it for Nam? If you're doing it for your body, Maya, I'm Haya, illusion, confusion. You do it for Krishna. We're eternal servants of Krishna. Everything should be done for Guru and Krishna. As soon as that thinking, that impulse comes in your brain and the body, Haribo, how are you going to get a taste for Nam? We're servants of Bhagavan. So we have to do everything for Bhagavan. But now we're all so swooped in Maya. The subtle body has got so many samskars from previous lives, that by chanting this Nam will destroy these samskars. The illusion that I'm a lady, the illusion that I'm a man. No, I'm a Polydasya Radharani. That's my goal. Nothing else, no other desire. I'm a Polydasya Radharani. Srila Maharaj said this many times. Set your goal. I'm a Dasya Radharani. And how am I going to get to be my super Radharani? Is to chant this holy name. Always chant this name. This is called bhajan. Doing bhajan. Your miseries will never be dispelled unless you do bhajan. Your bhajan might be 20 rands or whatever rands, you must do bhajan. You will never dispel your miseries. Then Maya will come in, then you'll get a wife or you'll get a husband, and only more miseries are coming. If anyone is addicted to a lady, he will only suffer. And if any lady is only addicted to a man, she will only suffer. So this is our consciousness. Or in Kali Yuga, a man's attracted to a man, a lady is attracted to a lady. This is Kali Yuga. Whatever your taste is, oranges or apples, it doesn't matter. It's lust, and this will cause you a problem. Those addicted to the opposite sex or the same sex in some situation will only suffer. This is the problem in this Kali Yuga. This is what can take us away from our goal. Obstacles arise when one loses sight of the goal. So you must be fixed in your goal. You must be determined. And you must always be in anxiety that I want to chant this Nam. Always on your mind. And when I get the time, after I've chanting and then doing some reading and I can chant some more and more Nam. And then we become a Majamali Kali one day. Then we'll chant 24 hours a day, hopefully. A person who chants the names of Krishna, but who is without the guidance of the gopis, cannot achieve Raj Prime. Shivanarayan Maharaj is saying this, so I'll say this again. What he's saying here is a person who chants the names of Krishna, but who is without the guidance of the gopis, cannot achieve Raj Prime. So this is very deep. We always have to be an Anigatya. And even if you're associating with anyone who's not under Anigatya, you shouldn't associate with them. Because as soon as you talk them, hello, how are you, my friends, you're keeping friends with this one people, you're keeping friends with this person. They're not under guidance, then you're taking their poison, they're giving you the poison. Hello, how are you, what's going on, who's that, I'm doing this, oh, I want to keep old friends. Friend, how they care for you. Don't keep friends, keep a tight container. Krishna says, I'm your only well-wishing friend. So you have to be very strong, be very careful, because spiritual life, the subtlety of the spiritual life is very dangerous. So then people are not under Anigatya and they start talking to you, you're willingly drinking their poison. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, anyone you meet, tell them about Krishna, you have no other engagement, anyone you meet, try and save them. So you speak to Harikatha, don't let them speak Harikatha to you, you speak Harikatha to them, you try to help them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is with the mood of Radhika, he's saying it. So you should stop these friends straight away. Cut it, because you're drinking the poison, then this poison goes inside and you don't get taste for now. You'll find it very difficult. Just Hare Krishna, finish the band. No mood is developing. No power. When you chant, man, there should be some mood. Oh my God. It's supposed like you starting chanting, I don't know, 3 o'clock, whatever time you're chanting. Like, you know, say, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. You started chanting your bands, and you got to 8 o'clock, you've got a clear time, or 9 o'clock, you've got no services. When you're chanting, the mood should be, oh my God, it's going too quick. It's 7 o'clock. Oh my God, it's 7:30. It's too 8. You should be absorbed in now. You want the time to go slow and you'll chant more in the situation. Not finish the band. Then you know you've got some big loophole in your bhakti. This is the pleasure. The pleasure associated with Krishna is chanting Nam. This is the pleasure because Krishna is Nam, Nam is not different. So the highest thing is to associate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You want to do that and you want to finish that. And he knows that, he sees that. So no, I want this association. And then you want the association more and more and more. And this is Nam. This is Nam bhajan. Every service you're doing is just to support your Nam. Harinam. This is the most important thing. And it says here, Bhakti Siddhanta is saying this. If while chanting the holy name of Hari, someone who develops attachment for material life, or his propensity for material enjoyment increases, we can understand that his chanting is not Harinam. Right? Namaparad. Namaparad gives you sense gratification. Then you'll be stimulated, you'll be attracted to Maya. Illusion. And this is situation. Then it says, Bhakti Siddhanta says as well, in my notes, just because mundane thoughts appear in the mind while we chant the holy name, does not mean that we should slacken our chanting. The usage thoughts will gradually disappear. Do not be in a hurry. This path, this journey, takes a long time. This journey. But slow and steady wins the race. So it's saying here that they will gradually be dispelled. Don't be in a hurry. This is Bhakti Siddhanta saying this. Then, the more we discuss the topics of Krishna, the more we rid ourselves of the false identity of being the enjoyer. Then Krishna will really attract us, because this is the most important thing. We're discussing Harikatha, we're here Harikatha, and he's saying here, this will rid ourselves of the enjoying propensity. Because when we look at something, are we saying to ourselves, how will this bring pleasure to Gurudev or to Krishna? Or we're thinking, how will this please me? How will this service please me? No, we're doing all service and everything, even while chanting Nam is the most important service we do. We're doing it for the pleasure of Guru and Brahma. And then that sadhu sees, it's not easy to get the mercy of the sadhu. Not easy at all. He sees you're genuine, you're moving on the right line, you're in the right lane, and he gives you mercy. Why are you not getting mercy? You're not in the right lane? You're not in the right lane at all. When you're slowly improving, you'll know you're improving. You'll know your mind's more fixed in Nam. Some little tingles come, some crying coming. You're feeling. If that's not happening, there's a loophole in your bhakti. What is the problem? I'm too much attached to the family. I'm relying on my family. I'm not relying on Krishna. That's it. There's no advancement. You'll stay at best. You'll stay as you are. When we reject our family, which is a Maya situation, when you come to Krishna's family, because if we're addicted to mundane bodies, this is unpalatable truth, but this is demoniac policy. Demoniac policy. This is not I'm saying, this is the Shastra and the Vaishnava saying. So we should be more attached now to the Vaishnavas in this situation. Because in spiritual life, we understand that we're not the body. This is the most important thing. You have to keep hearing it. We're not the body, we're Jiva Subahoy, Krishna Nityadas, we're eternal servant of Krishna. So why are you having body and body relationships? We're temporary, momentary, flickering. No, you try to base your relationships on spiritual understanding, on Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Otherwise, you're just Lokiya Shraddha, materialistic Shraddha, people, places, and things. The relative and the absolute. What is the relative and the absolute? The relative is people, places, and things, and the absolute is Hari Guru Vaishnavas. They always come to fire. So unless you're in strong association, you won't have the strength. You'll choose people, places, and things. But no, we're going Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Have faith in Krishna. Worry is lack of faith. You've got no faith, then you're worried. Krishna's my protector. Krishna's my maintainer. Krishna's my only object of love. You cannot have both things. Mummy, daddy, brother, sister, this. No, you cannot have both situations. You have to be with Krishna. Krishna's family. Alright, you're married and you're a grihastha. That's okay. You put Krishna in the center. But Krishna is in the center. You're not attached. This is the situation of being in the grihastha. You're not attached. You're in that situation because it helps you in your Krishna consciousness. And really you should only get married to produce Krishna conscious children. My Guru Maharaj said this. Try to produce Krishna conscious children. Otherwise, marriage life is like desert, a dry desert. You're only going to have problems. Who has ever had happiness in this grihastha? No. Unless you're a really advanced devotee. And if you're a really advanced devotee, you won't want to get married. But this is a grihastha where it helps you to stay in this Krishna consciousness movement and do some service and slowly advance. Be in an ashram for 10, 20 years, 25 years, then you have to renounce the ashram and go on off the body platform. This is the situation. Then you become Vanaprastha sannyasam, whatever the situation to be. This is the most important thing. But getting understanding what takes us all through our Krishna consciousness is this chanting this Harinam in the guidance of pure Vaishnavas. This is the most important thing. How am I advancing? How am I chanting? Am I progressing? How is my bhav? How is my mood? Yes, we must chant a certain amount of rounds, but if you're just chanting 20 rounds and then you build up to 1 lakh, but when you're chanting 1 lakh and 20 rounds, the same mood is there, then what's the point? You must be chanting 1 lakh, but no bhav, no mood is there. You've got to be reading the Shastra. You must make a relationship with the Shastra. If people are not making relationship with Shastra, then they're making too much relationship with the phone. They've got the phone with them all the time. They're addicted all the time. No, you should really think, oh, I'm going to, whatever books you're reading now, when I go back on them all, yeah, it's nice, I can carry on reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. I can carry on reading Praying Bhakti to Gandriga, and this is Babaji's heart, he's doing that. You have to have this mood, this bhav, and he sees that, and the Vaishnavas will give you some mercy, and then some mood comes. What's the point of chanting if there's no mood? Just sneak, follow just chant the man. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should be you chant in a holy place. Your room should be done like that with some pictures, some mood. You can turn the lights off and you go deep in the Nam. When you're walking around chanting, what are you doing? You're seeing things, your impressions are going into your mind, in your heart. Sneak, chanting. And you really, can you get deep into the bhav? You know, I see the Vaishnavas here, they don't. They go in their room, they go in their Bhagavad Kutia, where they've made it as nice as they can, where they go to that place where they can chant this mantra. So this is the most important thing. The only thing is to do. So we have to have that greed. Prabhuji said, if there's no greed, then bhakti will never increase. We have to have this greed. There's things that complicate this greed. We have to have this humility. And everything will come through humility. Anyway, I'll just say one more thing. Bhakti no Thakur has warned us that inattentive chanting is the main door to the house of Aparaj. So we're chanting and thinking other things. Bhakti no Thakur has warned us that inattentive chanting is the main door into the house of Aparaj. So anyway, I'll say something now. That's this morning thing. Please forgive me. My nature's my nature. What can I do? We're actually not the doer, you know, when we speak or what we do, when we get to realize we're not doing nothing, you know. So, anyway, Bhakta Kofa Chugisha, Kripis and Revisha, Bhakti Vinaka, Vaishnava,